you're at a lot of events, you network. I've heard people comment that, well, it's a waste of our time. It's we don't really get any opportunities, but it's still, I see you there. Yeah. Why?
Because there's opportunity.
So it's your different perspective.
I tell you, some of the events we go to, they have food. I never go there to eat. I'm there to network. They have events where they have classroom settings. I sit there and I say, okay, I'm ready to get out of this classroom because I need to go meet some people. This is where you find the decision makers. Actually, today after we leave this event, we're going to an event over at the Latin Shrine Temple for the BX, Builders Exchange, where we'll be networking also there, looking for more opportunity.
Well, keep it up, because again, I see you at those events, and it's obviously working for you. And are you at some of those events? Well, you were at our veterans piece, but you're
Yes. I'm following suit.
Okay.
Antonio has given me an idea of what can be done in this industry with networking, because I knew that networking was important, and I would do it socially and at times, I should say, but never from a perspective of this is where all the business and decision makers are going to be. And I've taken that approach, and within the last few months, I've seen a growth, a tremendous growth, just in the amount of contacts that I've been able to make, and at the same time, create some business relationships that we're going to further progress with.
Okay, the relationships are key, and like you said, getting out there.
Yeah.
Let's talk about giving back to the community.
Okay.
What are your philosophies on giving back? Do you invest in the community? Do you mentor people? What do you do to make you personally successful as well as your business successful?
Yeah. You want to take that first?
Sure. Yeah. Once again, I'm mentoring Anthony with Ohio State Paint. There's another gentleman I'm mentoring currently right now. So many people out of work, and if you can't find a job, you have to create a job. So I'm really big on, if you can't find one, make one.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, I started a website a few years ago. It's called forblackbusiness.com, and it was a tool that business owners could use to market their businesses. And it was the first website, even before YouTube, that would give a business an opportunity to promote their business by use of video. And I've kind of, that's still out there and it's going, but I think that growing Ohio State Paint will give others opportunities to, if they're not employed, to come in and learn a skill, learn a trade in painting, and we can continue to grow our business, and then in turn they'll grow as well with our company.
Okay. You have Antonio, any recommendations for those budding entrepreneurs? Like I said, we're getting ready to move towards 2012. Any advice for them? What should they do?
Sometimes you have to cut off the TV, put the video games down, and educate yourself. When I first started out years ago, you would have to go to the library to do that. Now you can do it in the comfort of your own home through the internet. Educate yourself. Find out what's out there, what opportunities are out there. There's so many opportunities. And once again, if you can't find a job, create a job.
Like your attitude, though. Yeah. A lot of people see obstacles, but you see opportunities.
There's opportunities.
Well, I have you right here. You have a unique brand with King John, of course, and your tagline that you use. Will you continue with that brand? You see it, or will you change it, or what's going on?
What people see visually in us is who we are.
Okay.
And we've done a great job in branding ourselves. People are beginning to identify who King John Portable Toilets is. You're thrown away from home. Everywhere I go, they love the tagline. It wouldn't make sense to change it.
Right.
What company would change something that's working for them, and it's been working for us.
That's an excellent point. But some companies out there need to change their brand when it's not working for them. And how do you get people to understand that fact?
I would say look at what the Fortune 500 companies are doing. Follow their lead. If it's working for them, it could possibly work for you too. They've spent millions, if not billions of dollars doing research and development on branding. Follow their suit. Okay. Follow their lead.
Good advice. Yeah. Any tips, any advice?
Yeah, if you're going to become an entrepreneur, you want to own your own business, whatever it may be, you have to work it like it's a job. And you have to go out there and get it. You know, I think about it as a man going out and hunting and getting his catch and taking it home and eating it. That's what we do every day. I mean, because no one's going to just hand you opportunities all the time. You have to go out and get it.
Okay, go get it. Be hungry for it.
Yes.
Give me your best tip, like I said, for moving forward. You gave me an overview, but give me your best tip. I'm a new entrepreneur. I want to start a trucking company, and I don't know what to do. Where should I go? Should I go to the library? Should I go to the state?
You know, when we started King John Portable Toilets, my partner and I, we took out 6 months.
Okay.
And just like Anthony said, you got to work this like a job. And 6 months of research and development. I had toilets in my backyard. You know, every manufacturer that manufactured toilets, I bought one. I brought it in-house, in a sense, in my backyard. And I really took time out to see what's the best for me and our company. And anybody that's looking to go into business, they really have to educate themselves on their industry. You have to really do the research, understand what you're getting into. And there's so many opportunities out there for especially minorities, because there's so many other things that they can be doing besides maybe restaurants, janitorial, and there's nothing wrong with those things. But what I've tended to see over the years is minorities do the same thing over and over again. And in the market, let's say in janitorial or restaurant, are so crowded with minorities. I would say come out of your comfort zone. Look for something that not all minorities are getting into, like the portable toilet industry is what we done. There was no one there doing it. So look for industries where you don't see a lot of competition. And when I say competition, I mean minority competition.
Okay, good to know. What about Ohio State paint? Give me some thoughts on that. Also, I just thought of another question. On this green, is there some type of green paint and environmental friendly paint and all those things?
There's. I'll hit you with the advice I would give someone.
Okay.
Again, kind of parroting what he said, is to do the homework. You know, just don't jump in. I'm gonna start a company and go get your name registered and go into business. You have to have a plan, and you know, and then plan to be humble about your business. Don't think that you're going to, you know, your first your contract or whatever you may get, go out and buy a BMW with the money. Right. You know, take time and grow your business, invest back into your business. I think that's the key to having long-term success with a business. And as far as environmental paint, there's tons of things that nowadays the environment is a big thing. You know, so you have to be careful with the overspray and taking paint off. The EPA has a lot of regulation that you have to follow. And
so your company is up to speed on those regulations and the green and the paint?
You have to be.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you don't have to be.
If you want to be successful, and then there's a lot of, you know, companies or in the commercial industry, they may ask that, you know, if you're spraying or you're painting while people are occupied in an office, they may want that, you know, paint that doesn't have an odor in it or anything that would give off any type of toxins or chemicals. So you have to be up on your game. Yeah.
That whole education piece that he meant.
Yes.
Just mentioned.
Know your
constantly
business.
Reading,
Yes.
constantly knowing your business. Any final thoughts or comments that you have?
For potential business opportunities out there?
Business opportunities or advice or your phone number or anything you want to give to the viewers?
Sure. Obviously, King John Portable Toilets, you're thrown away from home. We offer the cleanest, most affordable portable toilets in Central Ohio. You got to get a tagline. You got to get educated on what you're doing. You just can't jump out here, like Anthony said, and just think you're going to be successful with no plan.
Thank you. And do you have any final comments?
Yeah. Ohio State Paint, our telephone number is 614-733-8484.
Okay. Thank you.
Give us a call.
Thank you.